Okay, let's get started. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, and today I want to talk about giving and growth. And I think it's a good topic because we're in the season of giving, and I want to talk about the relationship between giving and growth. Okay. Does giving cause growth, or does growth enable giving? It's like that chicken and egg question, which came first? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Actually, neither. The Grab delivery guy was faster. He came first. Okay. Actually, chickens don't care about that question. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Why don't chickens care who came first? Because they're too busy crossing roads to bother. Okay? They're too busy crossing roads to bother. But one thing is clear in the journey of life. While giving may be seasonal, you know, this season is a particular season where people know it's a giving. Okay, while it may be seasonal, perhaps you know uh, once a year, 1 month a year. For most, growth must be continuous. Okay, because growth is synonymous with life. Living things grow. These are random thoughts now I'm going to share from my mind today. They are not organized points from ChatGPT, because I want Motivational Monday to be about our personal journey. I want it to be a record of where we're at. Okay, so this is not an exposition of what I think is perfect or ideal. It's not textbook theory. These are just my thoughts. So I think giving is the secret to growth. Growth is input. If I keep emptying my cup by giving away what I have, it has to be filled. Now, it can be filled with the same stuff or different, better stuff from other people. Okay? So this refilling ensures the contents of my cup, are fresh, not foul, not stale. Now, the question is contribution the same as giving? We tend to use these two words interchangeably. Now, contribution and giving are closely related, but there is a subtle difference. Giving is more a personal attribute. Okay? Giving is more a personal attribute, or is a personal act. Whereas contribution is being part of a team effort where individuals have different roles and there is a community goal. So contribution typically involves a deliberate intent to enhance, to build, or support a larger system, larger community, or a cause. So you can be, the nice guy, you can be a generous giver, but maybe your intent is really to make, you yourself feel good, earn you brownie points to get favor with your God. Your impact is not the same as when you work as a team to make a big difference. So if I want to expand from just giving to being in contribution, I'm playing a different game. It's no longer being single, it's no longer solo. Hence, the desire to contribute will require me to grow because I want to play a bigger game. And this is the sequence in Tony Robbins' 6 human needs. Okay. Certainty, uncertainty, or variety, significance, love, connection, growth, then contribution. Okay. Now, why is it this sequence? Okay. Because, or why will contribution require me to grow? Because contribution requires a commitment. In fact, contribution is commitment. How can I accept your contribution as part of my team if you will only try? If you say, if I can, or you say, I'll do it if I'm free. Okay, you can't be part of my team. Okay, so clearly, contribution is a leadership game. So let's look at the 4 crucial characteristics of of leadership. So first of all, compelling desire. Let me give you two current examples. Okay, so Isaac is at my first school. Okay, his daycare, and when he's there, we are rostered to pick him up from school. So on the days we are rostered to pick him up, we just put aside our program to be available, and we do it happily. That's our desire, to support his parents and to go and see him, see his face when we pick him up. Second example is Jackie's father, okay, who had a stroke a week ago. And this one says you got to have physiotherapy straight away. So we're all creative, enrolling people to find a physio. Call Jin Yo, this one's downline living in Kuching. We enrolled Alex Chang in Singapore to drop everything and go over there for a weekend. Okay, in the end, we didn't have to because we found a physio there. But, when there's a compelling desire, we will get things done. We are excited to do it. Okay. What about solid belief? Okay, so we want to build solid belief in the family, first of all. Okay, our family is the village. So who's in the family? You got your parents, you got your the elders, and you've got your children. Okay, so there is this solid belief that you want to honor your parents, you want to support them as they grow old, and you want to raise your children. It's so important, part of our culture, part of our life. Okay. And that is the contribution. Okay. What about in network marketing and MLM? Okay. Well, MLM is all about leverage. So it's a system of uplines and downlines. And to me, the upline and the downline, there's an identical commitment to your parents and to your children. Okay. For MLM to work, there needs to be this belief that when you take care of your parents and you take care of your children, okay, that's the way the community grows, the village grows, everyone grows. Third crucial characteristic is effective action, okay? And that's teamwork. Now, I was having my quiet time the other day, and I came across this verse, okay, Ephesians 4:16. Let me read to you the English Standard Version. It says, "From whom the whole body, joined and held together by every joint with which it is equipped, when each part is working properly, makes the body grow so that it builds itself up in love." Okay, so the whole body, joined and held together by every joint with which it is equipped, when each part is working properly. So we understand that if you just need one finger to be broken and you're hurting, as the story goes, you need your backside to not work, you cannot pangsai and your whole body shuts down. Okay, so each part needs to be working properly. Okay, that's teamwork. We had the MEM on Saturday, as I mentioned earlier. There are so many on holiday. Actually, only 13 people turned up. But the core team, the core team is there 12 months out of the year. Is it a coincidence? Is it because it's convenient for the core team to be there every single month? No, it's commitment, simple as that. Okay? So contribution is not an option. Okay? Vitamil is not a year-end GSV game because the kids need to eat every day, not when it's convenient for me. Okay, so you understand that, isn't it? So we think this NTC thing is a once a year thing. Well, not for the children. Once a year is not going to keep them alive. Okay, so I hope you understand why commitment and contribution come hand in hand. And effective action is actually about walking the talk. End of the day, your talk is only effective if you walk it. So if I don't show up first as a go-giver, okay, then as a committed contributor, people won't listen to my sales pitch. What is my sales pitch? That I want you to be a global force for good by empowering people to improve lives. Okay, that's my sales pitch. Come join me in this big vision. But before I talk about the world, what about my team? You know, am I walking the talk there? Am I contributing to the team? Finally, iron will. And iron will is called iron will because it must be developed. Okay, persistence, resilience, and discipline are necessary in order to contribute meaningfully and, as I said, consistently. The only way to develop dependability and resilience is actually to perform when it's uncomfortable. So we're talking about developing iron will, okay? That dependability, the resilience, not is when we go out and exercise when it's still raining, when it's hot. Okay? And the way to develop that is to practice, first of all, when it's uncomfortable. And I think of this one, end of the month, talking to Chong about playing the game when Chong is, facing his medical issues and all kinds of emotional issues. And it's uncomfortable to do that, okay? But she's practicing iron will. When it's inconvenient, for example, having supper with Bob when he was here, we're all tired, it's been a long day, but we go out there because, that's our way to show love and appreciation. When it's inconvenient, we do it. Or when you're exhausted, okay, some of us, last day of the month, exhausted, okay, we play still. Okay, so some play, some sleep, but it's an opportunity to practice so that you build that muscle of commitment, the attitude of die must do, and that resolve to honor your word with actions. Okay. So which comes first, giving or growth? So based on Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. Okay. This is your why, your compelling desire. So if I say giving comes first, giving is the motivation. I want to give, I want to be in contribution. So I will do what it takes to grow, that painful work, to be a leader. So that we can compete in the game of life, because contribution and giving comes with a high price. But the rewards, in fact, not and the rewards are priceless. And I hope, as we are in December, the season of giving, as we continue to give through NTC, through whatever works we're doing, through our presence, and as we play this game of new skin that we are in, you will find priceless rewards as a result of your contribution and your growth as a leader. Okay, so thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to share these thoughts.